Welcome back to Luxuria Lounge, where we explore the finer things in life, from exquisite travel destinations to, well, the most secure home in the world, the White House. Symbol of power, prestige, and impenetrable security. You might think you know about its defenses, but trust us, you haven't seen anything yet. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden layers of protection that surround the President of the United States. Get ready to be amazed by 10 insane security features that make the White House an absolute fortress. From cutting-edge technology to highly trained personnel and even a few surprises you won't believe, we're uncovering the secrets that keep the most powerful person on Earth safe. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be astonished. This is the White House, like you've never seen it before. Let's get started. Now, let's talk about the first line of defense, the fence. At first glance, it might seem like your average, everyday barrier, but trust us, this is no ordinary fence. It's gone through quite a few facelifts over the years, sparking debates about its aesthetics and accessibility. Some say it creates a barrier between the president and the people. But let's be honest, wouldn't you want a little privacy if you were leader of the free world? But beyond the looks, this steel sentinel is seriously fortified. Standing tall, at over 6 feet topped with menacing spikes, it's designed to deter any unwanted guests. We're talking about a barrier that can withstand the force of a speeding truck. So, unless you're driving a tank, you're not getting through. And if you think about getting creative with a climb, think again. High-tech sensors detect the slightest pressure, instantly alerting the Secret Service to any attempted breach. This fence has eyes everywhere, okay, so scaling the fences out. What about taking to the skies? The White House is protected by a virtual shield, a geofence. This invisible barrier uses GPS to create a no-fly zone, grounding any unauthorized drones in their tracks. But because technology can be hacked, the White House has its own fleet of drones patrolling the skies. Equipped with cameras and countermeasures, they're ready to take down any airborne intruder. But let's say you're a master of illusion, teleporter of the highest order. You've magically bypassed the fence and the geofence. Do you think you're home free? Not a chance. The White House has layers upon layers of security, and we're just getting started. Think you can slip past the fence and the drones under the cover of darkness. Think again. The White House is enveloped in an invisible web of infrared sensors. These aren't your grandfather's laser beams. We're not talking about cheesy tripwires here. This is a sophisticated network that blankets the entire property, the grounds, the airspace, even underground. The slightest disturbance, the faintest heat signature, and the alarm is raised. A swarm of agents descends on the intruder before they can even say executive privilege. Even a harmless drone flown by a White House employee after hours will trigger this intricate system. These sensors are always on, constantly scanning in unpredictable patterns, making it virtually impossible to sneak through undetected. And believe us, you do not want to be on the receiving end of the White House security response. These are the best of the best, highly trained and equipped to neutralize any threat. They are the ultimate deterrent, ensuring the safety of the president and the White House at all costs. The alarm is ringing, the Secret Service is on high alert. But before the SWAT team can even reach the scene, another force is deployed, the White House K-9 unit. These aren't your average Fidos. We're talking about elite Belgian Malinois, bred for their intelligence, strength, and unwavering loyalty. They're faster than Usain Bolt, clocking in at 30 miles per hour. Whether it's chasing down a rogue squirrel or tackling an intruder, these four-legged heroes are always ready for action. But they're not just about brute force. These canine detectives are experts at sniffing out explosives, drugs, and firearms. And don't worry, they know how to play nice with the first family. They're trained to be gentle with kids even while staying vigilant. Take Hurricane, for example. This courageous canine single-handedly stopped an intruder, even after being brutally attacked. He became a national hero, receiving the prestigious PDSA Order of Merit. With all this security, you might think the White House is completely off-limits. But remember, it's also a symbol of democracy. So yes, you can visit, but be prepared for a security screening unlike anything you've ever experienced. So, you've always dreamed of stepping inside the White House? Well, it's not as impossible as you might think. But don't expect to just waltz in like you own the place. This isn't a Hollywood movie. Getting a White House tour is a carefully orchestrated process, a delicate dance between accessibility and top-notch security. First, you'll need to contact your member of Congress and request tickets well in advance. Then, prepare for a background check that would make even James Bond nervous. They'll leave no stone unturned to ensure you're not a threat to the president. On the day of your tour, the excitement is palpable. But before you can set foot inside, you'll face a series of security checkpoints that rival airport security. Pro tip: use the restroom before you get in line. Once you're in, there are no bathroom breaks. Finally, you're inside. While the West Wing remains off limits, you'll get to explore some of the most magnificent rooms in the house. And don't worry, you're in good hands. Secret Service agents are stationed in every room, not just to keep you in line, but also to share their knowledge about the history and architecture of the White House. But don't even think about straying from the tour. These agents have eyes everywhere, and they won't hesitate to escort you out if you try to pull a Houdini. So you've made it past the fence, the drones, the dogs, and the checkpoints. But the president is still safely tucked away in the West Wing, protected by a whole new level of insane security measures. Beneath the Oval Office, where the president makes decisions that shape the world, lies a hidden network of pressure pads. These sensors act as an invisible security blanket, constantly monitoring the president's every move. They know if he's standing, sitting, or even pacing nervously. One can only imagine the secrets these pressure pads have witnessed throughout history. But in all seriousness, these sensors provide critical, real-time data to the Secret Service. If there's any sudden movement, any unexpected change, they're instantly alerted. It's a seamless blend of security and privacy, allowing the president to carry out his duties without feeling constantly watched. So, even within the walls of the Oval Office, the president is never truly alone. He's always under the watchful eye of the Secret Service, ensuring his safety and the security of the nation. You've made it past the fences, the dogs, the infrared sensors, but what about the roof? Think you can just parachute in like Santa Claus? Not a chance. The White House rooftop is a fortress in itself. Up here, the real stars of the show are the snipers. These highly trained marksmen have eyes like hawks and nerves of steel. They can hit a target from 1,000 yards away, in any weather, day or night. And they always work in pairs, one spotting, the other shooting, ensuring pinpoint accuracy with every shot. These agents undergo rigorous training, honing their skills to perfection. They're the ultimate deterrent, ready to neutralize any threat from above. And they're not afraid to show it. Their presence is a constant reminder that the White House is under constant surveillance from every angle. But that's not all. The White House is also equipped with surface-to-air missiles, ready to take down any airborne threat that dares to approach. It's a clear message to any would-be attacker. Don't even think about it. From the ground to the roof, the White House is a fortress of security, a symbol of American power and resilience. It stands as a testament to the dedication of the Secret Service, who work tirelessly to protect the president and the nation. Think you can just buzz the White House in your private jet? Think again. The skies above Washington, D.C. are a fortress of their own, a no-fly zone enforced by a network of surface-to-air missile batteries. These missiles are ready to intercept any unauthorized aircraft that dares to enter restricted airspace. Even commercial planes have to follow strict flight paths, or they'll face the consequences. One wrong move and those missiles won't hesitate to take you down. It's a stark reminder of the seriousness with which the government takes airspace security. Rumors have swirled for years about missile launchers hidden on the White House roof itself. Could it be true? Is the president ready to launch a counterattack at a moment's notice? While the idea of a rooftop missile launcher is certainly exciting, it's more likely an urban legend. The White House relies on a more sophisticated network of defenses. Lasers, radar, and a web of interconnected missile systems throughout the city provide a multi-layered shield against airborne attacks. And of course, there are the classified defenses, the secret weapons we may never know about. The Secret Service doesn't reveal all its cards. But what about a more grounded threat? A snipper hidden in the city, taking aim at the president? Surely, that's a possibility. The White House windows, offering stunning views of the surrounding landscape, might seem like a vulnerable point. But don't be fooled, these are no ordinary windows. Each pane is crafted from ballistic glass, a marvel of modern engineering. It can withstand a barrage of bullets without shattering, protecting the president and everyone inside. This seemingly transparent shield is actually a complex composite of multiple layers designed to absorb and disperse the energy of an impact. It's a testament to the lengths the Secret Service goes to ensure the safety of the president, without compromising the elegance and openness of the White House. Of course, with security comes a few restrictions. The first family isn't allowed to open the windows, just in case someone gets any ideas about tossing in a stink bomb or something worse. But don't worry, the White House has a solution for that too. A state-of-the-art air filtration system keeps the air fresh and clean, even with the windows sealed tight. So, even the air you breathe in the White House is protected. It's all part of creating an impenetrable bubble around the president, a sanctuary where he can lead the nation without fear. With hundreds of people coming and going every day, the White House can get a little stuffy. And with those windows sealed tight for security, you might wonder how the president manages to breathe. The answer lies in a hidden marvel of engineering: the White House air filtration system. This unsung hero works tirelessly to keep the air inside clean and safe, even from invisible threats. Imagine a terrorist trying to unleash a deadly virus within the White House walls. It sounds like something out of a movie, but in today's world, nothing can be ruled out. That's where the air filtration system comes in. It's not just about keeping the air fresh. It's about protecting the president from biological attacks. HEPA filters, trap dust, pollen, bacteria, and even viruses, ensuring the air in CDE is cleaner than a surgical operating room. Sensors constantly monitor for chemical and biological agents, ready to seal off contaminated areas and protect the president from harm. So, even with the windows closed, the president can breathe easy, knowing that the air he's breathing is the purest in the country. But what about the ultimate threat? The one that no air filter can stop? A nuclear attack. That's where things get really interesting. Nuclear-proof bunker. It doesn't take a nuclear fallout for the president to retreat into his hidden bunker. In fact, Donald Trump sought refuge there during the Black Lives Matter protests sweeping the streets. Oddly enough, even Trump himself found it embarrassing, famously declaring that whoever leaked the news of his bunker retreat should face execution. Reasonable, right? Officially known as the Presidential Emergency Operations Center, POC, this bunker is located beneath the east wing of the White House. Its origins date back to World War II, built to shield President Franklin D. Roosevelt in case of an aerial assault on Washington, D.C. Over the decades, the POC has been expanded and upgraded to serve as a secure refuge and communication hub for the president and key personnel in times of crisis. The POC is an underground complex equipped with modern communications technology, including conference rooms with televisions and phones that ensure coordination with external government bodies. Its primary mission is to ensure the continuity of government operations and safeguard the president against various threats, from terrorist attacks to potential nuclear strikes. One of the most prominent uses of the POC occurred during the September 11th attacks. As chaos unfolded, Vice President Dick Cheney, First Lady Laura Bush, and senior White House staff took shelter there to ensure their safety while maintaining command and control. Rumor has it there's an even more secretive bunker beneath the North Lawn, built around 2010. This newer facility reportedly spans 5 stories underground, featuring its own air supply and stockpile of provisions, designed to shield against radiation in the event of a nuclear disaster. However, the Secret Service is tight-lipped about its specifics, perhaps taking Trump's stance on whistleblowers a bit too seriously. So rest easy knowing that while the world faces the constant threat of bombs, deadly weapons, and nuclear warfare, the US president is well protected. Well, maybe not quite as safe as Vladimir Putin. Now there's a guy with some truly mind-blowing protection. Want to dive into that?